Okay, so today I just wanted to show you a few of the supplies you will need if you're going to be an Amazon seller. Now, you can be an Amazon seller a couple different ways. You can do retail arbitrage or online arbitrage, which means you're either shopping online or shopping in a store looking for products that you can mark up to put on Amazon, meaning let's say a store is going out of business, they have a clearance sale, you go and buy their clearance merchandise, you can put it on Amazon for a profit. Online arbitrage is exactly the same thing. There's a store, they're having a sale, you see a profit, you can put it on Amazon for a profit. That's retail arbitrage and online arbitrage. You can also be a drop shipper, meaning that let's say you see some items online or you have a contract with a manufacturer and all you do is you list it on Amazon, but it's either being shipped from a manufacturer or another warehouse. You never actually put your hands on the product. You're just a drop shipper. You list it, you take the order, you fill out the information with Amazon, and then you have it shipped to the customer. Or actually they buy it online and you let the manufacturer know. But with drop shipping, you never put your hands on the product, if that makes sense. You just take orders and you sell for the manufacturer. Last but not least, you can private label, meaning that you're putting your ideal on a product, you're customizing a product, but what you're doing is you're making it your own, and the product is shipped to you to start out with, because you know you have to make sure that it's right, and then later you can ship from the manufacturer to Amazon, and then Amazon ships to the customer. So there are a few different ways to sell on Amazon. Never just think you have to go to a store or you have to private label. There are a few ways to do this, but some of the supplies you'll need. Okay, so we're going to start with the Avery address labels. You need these address labels because when you print out your labels, you have to put a label on the product with the Amazon ASIN number. So this is what you print the Amazon ASIN number on, is an address label, and it's generally the 30 up labels. Now what I'm showing you, you get 10 sheets for $3.99, which is not a bad price. It's similar to Walmart, so not a bad price at all. But also here's some other ones. If you need them in bulk, this is another one where you get 30 up, but you get 3,000 labels versus 300, and it's at $11.42. And if you're Amazon Prime, all of these are Amazon Prime. I just logged out of my account, but they're Amazon Prime. So you can get 3,000 labels for $11.42, or you can get 300 labels for $3.99. And this is what you put the Amazon ASIN number on. You print your number on this, and that's it. All right, what else do we have? So we have these Uline Suffocation bags. Now, I use a couple different bags. Let me find these other bags. I use this one, and I use this one. All right, they're all together. All right, so let's say, you do have a shirt, you have a large item, you do have to put suffocation labels on bags that are large enough for a child or a small person to put their head inside of. So occasionally, yes, you do have to use bags with suffocation labels. That's not always the case. You don't always have to use clear bags with suffocation labels. I sent in plenty of white bags with no labels, and nothing has ever been returned to me. So with this size bag, which is an 11 by 14, as you can see, it fits a shirt. But also, if you have like a lightweight dress, you can fold up like a lightweight dress and also put it in an 11 by 14. This bag is big enough for that. The 7.5 by 10.5 poly bags, this is what I use the most. I put a lot of small books in these poly bags, and that's pretty much what is big enough for a small book. If you think of all the paperback books you see, they're not full-size books. So a 7.5 by a 10.5 is big enough for a small book. And this is what I use. I use these a lot, actually. And you can see it's white with no warning on it. And Amazon has never rejected them or sent them back. Recently, I just ordered these. I haven't used them yet. One day I needed them and I didn't have them. So this is just a quick tip. Let's say you need a poly bag, like you're filling out your shipping information with Amazon so you can ship in your products. And it says something has to be poly bagged, but you don't have the right size, which is why I ordered these, because I needed to poly bag something and I didn't have the right size. So I ran to Walmart and I purchased the manila envelopes, which are really the same size, and I just put it in an envelope instead. So you can also do that. You know, poly bags are more durable. You know, it looks more like a product versus a manila envelope. But just in case you don't have it, you run to Walmart, you get that manila envelope, you slip it in there just like it's a poly bag. So this I recently ordered. This I use often. And these I have used before. But if Amazon is not going to really say anything to me, and these are more expensive than the other two, then I'm going to use these two. So there you go. All right, so shipping labels. Oh, you need a lot of shipping labels. These are shipping labels that you put outside the box. This is it. This is one of the better prices that I found, and you're getting 200 half sheets. So 100 sheets equals 200 labels. I'm completely happy with this. I order when I need it, but this is what I order as far as the shipping label. These are the bags that I use the most. I have these Avery labels, but I also have these. I do have both. And the reason I may have both is because let's say when I first go on Amazon and I start looking for stuff, generally this will come up first. But as you dig and you dig and you dig, sooner or later you'll find this. So this is what came up first. I purchased it. Later I needed more, so I went back and I purchased this. So I actually do have most, if not all, of these items that I'm showing you. All right, then Scotch. Okay, so Scotch tape at Walmart and Staples is about $3 a roll. I know, because when you run out of supplies, you just have to buy it wherever it is. So it's about $3 a roll. Here, you're getting $11.48 for 6 rolls. So that's 3, 6, 9, 12. You're actually getting like 2 free or at a discount. So this is an exceptional price for the Scotch tape, which you'll need for the boxes. That's a really, really good price. Now, with the Glue Gun and the Scotty pillars, you may want to search through Amazon just a little bit more, but you do need the Scotty pillars. They help you get the labels off the box. And you need the Glue Gun just in case there is marker writing on the box. So you have Glue Gun and you have Scotty pillars. Also, what I generally buy at Walmart are my boxes. You can get a 12 by 12 box at Walmart for like 68 cents, maybe 75 cents. You can get an 18 by 18 box for like $1.20. I have not found boxes cheaper than at Walmart, unless you want to go around and ask for free boxes. If I see someone going out of business, or if I see someone, you know, throwing away boxes, I'll ask for the box, but I don't go on a free box run. Like, I don't go around looking for free boxes when I can get a box for 68 cents. So I buy my boxes at Walmart. I do have the Glue Gun and the Scotty pillars. I just wanted to show it to you. You may want to search for and see if you can get it cheaper. I think you can get it cheaper than this. Or you can just buy the package, whichever you prefer. But these are supplies you will need. You need Avery labels. You need the labels to put the ASIN number on when you're printing out. You need the bags, the poly bags. There you go. You need the shipping labels. I think this is such a good deal. This is what I use. This is what I buy. You need those shipping labels. You need tape for the box, and you need Glue Gun and Scotty pillars. Last but not least, when I am sourcing throughout the day, or even if I'm packaging a private label at home, I use Google Drive. So let's say I'm printing. I actually print to Google Drive, and I go to Staples. I print to Google Drive, I go to Staples, and I print out the labels. And the Staples, because I go there so often, they allow me to push my cart of products in, and I label at Staples. I print at Staples, and I do everything from Google Drive, which is the cloud. And then FedEx picks up, no, UPS picks up around 4:30 p.m. So they let me like use their space as an office. And even if I miss UPS, they still let me stay in there and work until they close. But I get all my boxes packaged up. I get all my products labeled in one place and I ship it out. I try to get products in and get them out of my hands as soon as possible. So if I order products from China, I try to get them in, get them out. If I go to a retail store and I purchase products, I try to get them in and get them out. All of these things, with the exception of the boxes, I keep in my trunk just under the mat so that, you know, I'm not running around to multiple places. So buy what you need, put it in your trunk, in the storage container that's under the mat, and then just buy boxes at Walmart. So you want a quick turnaround and you always want to have your supplies available.